Welcome to the Money Watch Show. It's Thursday, August 8th, and we are here trying to help you make some better financial decisions that are maybe consistent with your goals. And maybe you don't even know what your goals are. Then we'll talk about your priorities. We can talk about what's important to you. If you need help with any part of the process of managing your financial life, we would love to help you out. I am a certified financial planner. I'm also the CBS News business analyst. Mark Talercio is my co-host, and he is fantastic. He's also a certified financial planner. Hello, Mark. How are you?
Hello, Joe. I just recently paid my CFP dues. They never go down. They only go up.
Oh, thank you, Kevin. He's the head of the CFP board. But, you know, it's so interesting because I do think that in many ways it is such an important credential when you're working with someone. It's not to say that your person who does not have the CFP is a bad person. It's just that there is a certain amount of rigor that you need to have in order to look at somebody's financial life holistically. And, look, there's a lot of people who know how to do this. There's a lot of people who are really great. I like the designation. Anyway.
Will you ever let it go?
I was just about to say, I was just talking about this with my beloved because we were talking about, she just did like 100 hours of New York Bar Association continuing ed. And I said, this might be your last time. She's like, I don't know. That would be so weird not to be, it is kind of right. I guess at some point you just stop.
How long is hers good for?
2 years, I think.
2? Nah, I think she's got another one in her.
I think so too.
I was thinking, at some point, I won't do it. It's not going to happen for a long time, but there will come a time.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. All right. If you want to get in touch with us, go to JillOnMoney.com, click the Contact Us button. Let us know if you'd like to join us on the air. That is what Michelle did. She is on the line with us from New York. Hello, Michelle. How are you?
Hi, Jill. Hi, Mark. Glad to be on the show, finally.
Yay.
And I'm doing fine.
Great. What can we do for you?
Well, I've been listening to your podcast for a while, and I do have a question so my kid is going to college in September. I do want to pay for it.
I'm being quiet right now. I'm just listening. So in September, we're starting freshman year. Private or public school?
Definitely public.
Okay. How much will this cost for a year?
Well, this would be about $40, $40,000, not $40. That was in my country.
Oh yeah, right. It's like, oh yeah, that was great. I know these people who are like British. They're like, I didn't pay a dime. Okay, so $40,000 for 1 year. Have you saved any money in advance of this?
Well, so the thing is, it's like his dad is paying for half, and I'm only responsible for half.
Okay, so you have an ex, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you're on the hook for 20 grand, right?
Yes.
Okay. So have you guys saved any money in 529 plans or any money that you have set aside that's earmarked for this college experience?
Well, unfortunately, 9 years ago, I wasn't earning that much. So I wasn't able to put aside money in 529.
Okay, that's fine.
So it's been recently that I had a better job. And so.
How much do you earn right now, Michelle?
About $146 a year.
So let's go back. So you make $146,000 a year. Do you put money into a retirement plan right now?
Yes.
How much do you put in there?
So I maximize my retirement plan, maximize it, and plus the additional catch-up contribution.
So you're over the age of 50. How old are you?
I'm 54, turning 54.
Okay. And how much money have you accumulated in that retirement account?
So in the retirement account, I actually have about $352K.
Great. Okay.
And
what else? I hear there's going to be another thing because I hear you say you're about to rattle it off. Let's go, baby.
Okay. So I actually made a list.
Of course you did. I love you for that.
I'm going to start with the debts that I have.
Debt? No, let's start with the assets first. Okay. So you got your retirement account. What else do you have?
So actually with my yearly income, I also get a bonus. And it has been increasing over the years, but I would say I would say conservatively 10%, but it's been more than that. But let's just
Okay.
put it at 10%.
All right. That sounds good to me. All right. So you've got money. You max out your retirement with the catch-up contribution. What else? Where else have you saved? Do you have a brokerage account?
I have a brokerage account. It's not a whole lot.
It's okay.
So
How
it
much?
has about, for now, it has about 8K.
Okay. What about money in the bank?
So I have about 40K.
Great. That's good. Do you own or do you rent?
I own. I
How much?
bought it last year.
How much does that cost you?
So it was actually 245K.
Mm-hmm.
I put down 20%. And so my mortgage right now is about 1,143 at 5.75%.
Besides the place that you own, the bank, the brokerage, the retirement account, any other assets that you have?
Well, I actually also get, in addition to the bonus, every year I also get restricted stocks and non-qualified stocks where I worked.
Yeah.
And so far, it has helped pay for a lot of stuff before.
Yeah. That's
And
nice.
so now, currently, I have about 8K that's vested.
You have, but not sold. Vested, but not sold, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And what is it? Vest every year? A chunk comes out every year?
Yes.
Do you know how much you have that's unvested?
About the potential worth is about 106K.
And that is that when you receive that stock, that's not like you have a choice. It's just that's how we're giving you a bonus, or that's what we're doing. It goes into this restricted stock every year. Some is eligible to sell, right?
Correct.
Okay, I got you. How's your cash flow right now? Because now you're about to tell me about your debt. But like at 146 plus, let's say it's really more like 160 with your bonus. How is your
Okay.
cash flow?
It's been okay. I've been able to save about 650 every 2 weeks.
That's good. Let's talk about the debt for a second.
Okay.
What's outstanding for you besides the
So-
mortgage?
Besides, well, not really a lot. So the car, it's going to be paid off this month, the
Okay.
last payment.
How much is
so-
that car payment?
It was 402.
Okay. And what else is outstanding in terms of debt?
In terms of debt, well, actually, when I purchased the place, I took out a 401k loan,
Okay.
and it's about 50K. 48 is left.
That's getting paid out of your your payroll though, right?
Right.
And okay, what about any credit card debt or anything like that?
I pay my credit card debt every month,
Good.
so I don't really.
So you made it sound like I was going to get much more fearful when you're like, "Oh, there's debt." Isn't it so bad? Okay.
Well,
It's not bad. It's not bad.
I guess it depends on who looks at it.
Yeah. So the car payment will be done. So
Mhm.
so once that's done, you are putting away $650 every 2 weeks. Where is that money going? Into your brokerage account, your bank account? Where is that
Well,
going?
yeah. So 500 of that was going into the cash, and 150 goes into my brokerage.
Okay. Do you know how much
Yeah.
it costs once the car is done, right? Which is next month. I'm very excited about that. How much does it cost you to live your life? What is your monthly spending? Do you have an idea?
Well, if I was to just not including food and
I think you have to eat.
well, so basically, if I just don't count the food because it's a variable expense,
Yes, of course.
so I spend about 3,400, right?
Okay, but can we let you eat?
Call it
Yeah,
four-
so then that's
4,000.
860 is what's left over.
Let's say 4,000 a month. Okay,
Okay.
all right, 4,000 a month, which you should be able to do on $160,000 a year. You're not like going into hock every day. And by the way, once this car payment is up, you're going to feel so much better, right?
Yes.
No new car, just drive it into the ground. I'm sure it's fine.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay. Do you have any life insurance?
Yes.
What do
I
you
do have sufficient. Well, I shouldn't say sufficient. You will tell me whether it's sufficient.
All right. Let's see.
So from work, I do get a basic life, which is 293K.
Mm-hmm.
and an accidental death of about 147.
Mm-hmm.
I took out a supplemental life of about 300K.
Okay, great.
And then I have a personal 20-year term, which is 700K, with an accidental death rider of 1 million.
My God, you really think you're going to get into an accident and die, don't you? That's a very
Well,
unlikely scenario, I might tell you.
I really hope so. But it was, well, I was given like an additional $20 if I want to pay that. So it wasn't like
I
whole
know.
bunch of money.
All right. So that's good though. So you got a good chunk of money if God forbid something were to happen to you, and you only have one child, right?
Yes.
Okay. And how about your estate documents? Done?
I know you're going to ask me that.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately. Well, the thing is, I'm really, because my son is turning 18 this, so because originally when I first talked, they wanted me to do a revocable trust because he is a minor.
Yeah.
But but now that he's going to turn 18, I was thinking of changing like some of the beneficiaries for my 401k for this other stuff. Now I can put him in once he turned 18.
Yeah, but you still have to like actually have a document in place.
Okay. So do I still need to do a living revocable trust?
I mean, look, most of your assets are in retirement accounts, right?
Uh-huh.
So the thing is, you put down 20%, so you have a $200,000 mortgage. I'm just doing some quick math here. I mean, I don't know if you need a trust. I think you just have a will. And the will would say, you have to spell out in your will, like, is he a responsible kid? Because, I don't know if I want an 18-year-old to get, all this money, but, there will be a lot of money because remember, if God forbid you were to die in a year, right? This kid's getting $1.3 million in life insurance plus all your other assets. That's a lot of money. You sure that you want him to get that outright?
No, actually, I have talked to a friend who is willing to become my executor.
Okay.
So I'm putting things together, just not. I'm trying to find a lawyer that, I'm comfortable talking about all of this stuff.
Get a name from some friends, someone in the area who you can talk to. You don't have to pay $1 gazillion. You want a will, a healthcare proxy, and a power of attorney. And if you already have the executor, you're like halfway there. It's just a question of how the money would be apportioned out to your son and when. It's like some people will say, I don't want the kid to get anything till he's 21. Some people will say, I want, maybe some at 21, some at 25, some 30. If you really want to control him from the grave, you can even extend it more. But it's up to you. But, I don't think that an attorney can walk you through that. It's not that big a deal. It really isn't. I promise you, you'll feel better when you have it done. I really will. Okay. Now, let's just get back to paying for college. Mark, have I missed anything else in all of my questions? Do you want to pop in here with something important?
No, the only question I had was, is there any negotiation room in terms of who pays for college when? Like, can your ex pay for the first 2 years and you pay for the last 2 years?
Well, we decided to do half and half every year.
Okay.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have to save $20K a year.
Well, no, you have to save $12K a year because you're going to take every time you have restricted stock, you're going to sell it and use that.
Oh,
that's what you're going to do. Every time a slug of stock comes up, you're going to use that to help pay for college. That's like one semester, basically, maybe a little bit more. But if it's 8 or 10 grand a year, that's perfect. You have it, you use that, and then you'll save the other money. But what you should be doing, do you have Mark, is it worth it for her to open a 529 now just for the next 4 years or not?
Yeah, the only advantage was to get the tax deduction.
Oh, yeah, because it's New York. Wait a minute.
Yeah, so she could get like a $5,000 tax deduction if she threw it in there.
Okay, so here's what you're going to do. You're going to open up a 529 plan through New York. You are going to take some of the money that's in the bank right now. You have that 40 grand that's in the bank. You're going to take, yes.
Because this September, the $20K of that cash, I'll have to pay for his tuition.
We're going to put it in the 529 right now. Do you know why? You're going to put 10 in right now. Why?
Okay.
Because you're going to get the tax deduction. You get a state income tax deduction when you contribute to a 529. Mark, does the money have to stay in there to get the deduction? That's my question.
No, I don't think so. She's gonna. It's not like she's. No, she's gonna use it for a qualified education expense, right?
Right, but I don't know if they let you get the deduction if you put it in and take it out.
I would think that's okay.
When is this restricted? The vested $8,000, is that available right now?
Yes.
Okay, good. Sell it and put that into
Sell
your
it?
bank. Yeah, sell it and put it into the bank account. When does it vest? On what, like, in what time of year does it vest?
Usually in December.
Now, when you have your extra $400 a month for your car payment, you're just going to put the whole thing into, forget about the brokerage account. Just put it in the bank account.
Okay.
Put everything in the bank account for now. We got to pay for this $20,000 a year.
Yes.
Just for 4 years. It's not going to
Okay.
be, it's not going to kill you. And this $106,000 is going to help you. Okay. It really is. I think then what we have is a game plan for you. You're saving for your own retirement. You're using your money that's available for his college, which is great. Don't accelerate any of this debt pay down. The reason why we're looking at a 529 plan for you is simply to take advantage of the fact, for everyone listening, there are a lot of states that will give you this opportunity. And when you put money in, you will get a state income tax break or a state income tax deduction that you can get. We're trying to help you capture that as you're paying for college. So it's not like a fast and loose thing. It's just like, let's use this to your advantage. So what's the amount you have to put in, Mark? 10 to get the 5?
No, she's single, so 5,000. She gets a $5,000 deduction.
Okay, so you have to put in 5 and you get the 5,000?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here's what you're going to do. You're not going to put 10 in. You're going to put $5,000 in this year, okay, into the 529. You don't even have to touch it. Just take $5,000 out of the bank, okay?
Okay.
And then you're going to leave the 529 plan alone. Don't do anything else with it, okay? Then when you sell your vested stock, you're going to use that money after tax, replenish your bank account, keep saving in there, write your $20,000 check from that bank account because you have to pay that in September, right? That's around the corner.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Pay that. When your stock vests again in December, okay? Wait till January. Don't sell it till January. Sell it in January. Put the proceeds into the 529 plan.
All of it.
All of it. Here's why. Now you'll have about $10,000. You'll have half of the money you need for the following year.
Okay.
And it'll be there for you. And you can do this every year, just for 3 more years. And every year you're trying to put at least $5,000 into that 529 account. The easiest way to do it is a lump sum. Okay. And you have that lump sum. And you can easily do this. You're going to let the restricted stock help you fund education.
So I don't need to sacrifice the savings in my retirement account.
No, you're not going to do anything with your retirement account.
You're going to have the car payment's going to be coming off the books. You know, you're saving $600 a month right now anyway, so maybe you take a bit of that.
Wait a minute, $650 every 2 weeks. She's saving.
Every
she's
2 weeks,
$1,300.
Yeah, so you redirect some of that towards college. You got the car payment. You can redirect that again. Like Jill said, this is only temporary, and you're still saving $30,000 in your 401k. So you're on track.
You're totally on track.
Okay.
You're going to be great. You're going to be great. You really are.
Good. Okay. That's good to hear.
You're not starting from zero. You got $300 and something $1,000 in there already.
Yeah. And you're fine. You said like you haven't made this much money your whole career, but you are making it now. The debt payment and, like the same thing, like, and for right now, no extra payment on anything. Like I would take every dollar for the next, 4 years and focus on college. And then we'll deal with it after that. And basically it could possibly be that in the next 4 years that you have an opportunity to refinance your mortgage. It is possible. I don't know, like, where are we now? 7s? No, we're at 7, little below 7. Could we be at 6 by the end of this year, at 5 at the next year, 4 the year? Like if you might be able to refinance this mortgage. And so in that respect, in the next 5 years, if you're able to go from 5 3/4 to 4, then
Yeah,
that would
baby.
be a great time to
Let's do it.
refinance, right? Let's do it. Mark's going to be there right with you. And then you're going to be able to reduce that payment. You won't. So that's another reason why I don't think it makes a ton of sense for you to be paying anything extra on that condo mortgage, because you're probably going to refinance anyway. So don't fret.
Okay.
So the priority, college, right? So it's college and retirement planning. Those are your priorities. You'll pay off the loan, and then college is going to be over, and you are going to be awash in cash. And all the money that you have put down on college, $20,000 a year, you are going to be able to put into your brokerage account, and you are going to be able to be like scot-free here. Now, I'm not saying you're going to retire when you're 60 years old. You might have to work till you're 65 or 67, but you're in good shape. You don't spend a ton of money. You know, you really don't. So let's get this kid launched. Let's get it going. I'm feeling good about it.
That's awesome to hear. But I do have another question, though.
Okay.
My family is still back in the Philippines.
Yeah. Do I have to take care of them also?
No, I don't. Thankfully, they're very good with saving money.
Okay.
So, but the thing is, it's like, I wanted to travel as much as I can to visit them. They're in their mid 80s, and they haven't really spent as much time with their grandkids as they would love. So we're hoping that we could still have the chance to visit them not every year, but let's say every 2 or 3 years.
You can do that.
Why not? Exactly.
I can?
Right. Yeah. Why not?
You have all those RSUs. Like, that's going to alleviate a lot of your problems here.
Okay.
I think you're really okay. I have to be honest with you. I know that you feel a little bit, I don't know, like a tiny bit insecure about this, but I don't know. I think you're okay. I really think you're okay.
Okay, that's a big relief for me.
All right. So take a deep breath.
These 4 years are going to zoom on by, and then you're going to be
betcha.
rolling into the. You're going to have so much cash flow in 4 years. It's going to seem like you picked up another job.
And I really think that you will be able to do so much of this in a very methodical way. It's going to be okay. It's really going to be okay. And I'm clear from coming from your world, like you feel insecure, you've gotten divorced, whatever. It's all going to be okay. You're making money. You can do this. You can do this.
Thank you. That's all I want to hear. And at least I'm happy that I don't have to reduce my 401k contribution.
No, definitely not. Michelle from New York. If you are like Michelle and you're financing college and you want to know how to juggle, you want to know how to make it all work, go to our website, JillOnMoney.com, click the Contact Us button, write us a note, tell us what's going on, and if you'd like to join us on the air live, Mark will do everything else because he is the best co-host, executive producer, and king of all things web. Truly, he really is. We are distributed by Paramount Global. We drop our episodes every Tuesday and Thursday. Please leave us a rating and review wherever you listen. And of course, do something nice for someone else today. Change your work, change your wealth, change your life. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you next week.
Paramount Podcasts.